Hypersect Studios looking at their newest game and first game?
Second game.
Second game in the catalog, Neversend. And here to tell us all about it is...
Ryan Juckett.
Don't let me stop you. Tell me a little bit about this game and what's going on.
Yeah, so Neversend is a turn-based tactical RPG. We've sort of put a very big focus on how simulated and interactive the world is. So here at PAX, we're showing off like heat magic, for example. And the way the game works is every block on the board has its own temperature, right? And so if you lower temperature and raise it in 2 spots, you'll make wind between it. Lower it enough, you'll freeze stuff. Raise it enough, you'll set something on fire. That's gonna create more heat. But then there's also like humidity on every spot. So if you match those, it's foggy. Adjust them enough, it'll start raining because the air can't hold all the humidity. And so every little thing you do has all these interesting side effects. And we can be like, you don't need 10 fire spells in this game. You get 1 spell, it just moves temperature. But from that is like 100 tactical possibilities at any point. So we're really sort of like differentiating from a lot of other tactics games in that fashion.
I feel like the ambition of Neversend doesn't even stop there, as there's also an interesting character progression dynamic in this game. Can you tell me a little bit about how you enlist characters in this tactic?
Yeah, there are tons of unique items in here I could talk about. So like, when you recruit people in a normal game, you're sort of, maybe I'm paying for a mercenary, or they just like join my party or whatever. In here, you're this like special magical being. It's the only thing in the world that can venture out into this darkness called the Never. And so humanity's sort of like failing their battle against this thing, and they can't do anything about it. They go crazy out there. So to make them have your ability to venture out and join your army, you have to possess them and take their body. So there's a human cost to each person you take. And the world is reacting to that, and sort of you're reacting to that as a player of like, how efficiently can I defeat this game with this minimal human cost? It's like, what's the human cost worth this greater good? And sort of that's where a lot of the narrative comes in the game.
How do you develop a narrative around a game where possession is key and maybe your units are a little expendable? What is the narrative like? And I'm sure that takes an emotional toll on everyone involved. But please explain.
Yeah, so I mean, you also notice the game has a big mix of sort of lighter, cuter elements and darker, more mature elements. So some of that softens it a bit, you know, like if you're familiar with a game like Cult of the Lamb, where there's a lot of dark elements, but it's kind of cute, right? So there's some of that, but outside of that, just telling a narrative, because it's such an open procedural world too, is tricky because you can go anywhere you want, right? Like you could just like skip this whole part of the game if you want. You could go straight to the end, go to this temple. The characters in your world were procedurally generated. The narrative gets told a bit more like you'd see in like Breath of the Wild or something, where it's sort of reacting to the things you've chosen to do